And so this whole trio here is being carried by Totodile, and I'm gonna be honest, Totodile's mid. You heard it here first. Totodile is mid. He is not that cool of a starter on his own, right? I'm I hate that they nerfed his ass cheeks. Okay, about a week ago, the Pokemon Company released their Pokemon Day Presents, and in that video, they basically just had a bunch of updates about all things Pokemon. Updates to the video games, updates to the card game. They announced a new game, Pokemon Champions, and they ended that video with a showcase and a trailer of their brand new game, Legends ZA. And there's just a lot of things to analyze in that trailer, a lot of things to break down, and I'm not going to do that. Because the only thing I can think about since watching that trailer are these bum-ass starters they're giving us for that game. Like, I am genuinely flabbergasted, and I don't throw that word out too often. I am genuinely flabbergasted by these starter choices they gave us for this game. It makes no... Okay. Let me take a step back here, all right? Let me take a step back. Why am I so shocked and disappointed by these starter choices? Let's look at the last Legends game, all right? Let's look at Legends Arceus, right? So, for that game, the starters for that game made a lot of sense, right? First of all, there's 3 of them, all from different generations, and we're going to come back to that. 3 different starters from 3 different generations, right? Cyndaquil, Gen 2, Oshawott, Gen 5, Rowlet, Gen 7. Not to mention the fact that thematically, all these starters make a good amount of sense because Sinnoh is in Japan. And so all of these starters, their final evolutions and their new forms, all sort of have ties to Japan, right? Like Oshawott evolves into Samurott, literally a samurai. He's got the sword, he's got the armor, he's a samurai. Rowlet evolves into this Decidueye, homie's got the hat. Alright, homie's got that Japanese drip. It's Japanese, right? He's got the drip, he's got the hat. Makes perfect sense. Cyndaquil, I'll be honest, I got no goddamn idea, alright? Typhlosion, ghost type, yokai, that's kind of Japanese, right? I don't know, but it thematically, you know, it worked. It made sense. And so going into this game, everyone had the same sort of thought process for theorizing what sort of starters were going to be in Legends EA. And so, like, the most common 3 I saw were Piplup, Scorbunny, and Snivy. And that makes a lot of sense, right? If you break it down. Because Piplup evolves into Empoleon, who's based on Napoleon, who's French. And not only French, they're both 5'7", right? So, they're both short little guys. Empoleon makes sense. And then Scorbunny evolves into what's his name? Reboot, and then into Cinderace, fucking soccer player. And I don't know much about Europeans, but I do know that they love their football, alright? They love their soccer. So again, it makes sense. And then you have Snivy, who evolves into Superior, who just is smug. He thinks he's better than you. He's literally French. He's a French dude. He's a French snake. So all these starters make sense thematically. And I heard people debating about the Fire Star, yada yada yada, right? They're saying, oh, maybe it's not Scorbunny, maybe it's Litten, Mega Incineroar. Dude, I would be here for that. I'd be down for that solely for the memes, all right? Clearly that did not happen, right? Clearly. So that's what could have been, right? That's what could have been. 3 different starters from 3 different generations, all making thematic sense. But take a look at the shit they gave us. Look at this. I have no idea what they did. I think there was someone at Game Freak who was like, let's assemble the worst possible lineup of starters we could. That's what they thought, and then let's throw in Totodile. Because the only thing that could have made this lineup worse was if this fucker was in there with them. Thank God that didn't happen. So now we have these 2. Look at any tier list. Look at Google search. Go on Google right now and look up worst starter, Pokemon starter tier list. You'll see Tepig and Chikorita consistently at the bottom of all those lists. People do not like these lines. And so this whole trio here is being carried by Totodile, and I'm gonna be honest, Totodile's mid. You heard it here first. Totodile is mid. He is not that cool of a starter on his own, right? I hate that they nerfed his ass cheeks. Feraligatr had the biggest, juiciest ass, and they nerfed his ass cheeks. I don't like 3D Feraligatr. 2D Feraligatr's got them cake, and they nerfed that in his 3D model, not to mention he looks goofy. So, people saying these starter trios are being carried by Totodile. Totodile's some ass, too. He used to have ass, at least. It's just mind-boggling. It's just not only are these starters just not good, right? They're just bad starters. People don't like these starters. 2 of them are from Johto. That makes no sense. It makes me so uncomfortable. I don't even have OCD. It feels like I have OCD looking at this trio because this is a trio. There are starter trios, and we have a duo from one of the trios and one other person. Just completely, it makes no logical sense. This is like if they made a fourth Hangover movie and they replaced Zach Galifianakis with Mr. Bean. It doesn't make sense. It's uncomfortable to look at. I don't know why they did this. The only thing I can think of, the only thing that makes any logical sense to me is they have two Johto starters. They replaced Cyndaquil because of the war crimes, basically, that Typhlosion committed, right? Typhlosion, he got leaked. He got canceled because of all the shit he was doing. And they're like, you know what? Let's play it safe. We're going to add a fire-fighting starter to the mix of the Johto starters, and they threw in Tepig. I don't know, man. I do not know what they're smoking over there at Game Freak to give us this lineup of starters. It doesn't make any sense. I think they just chose the three starters, the least popular starters, just so they can give them a new form. And I'm not excited for them. I don't care about Mega Emboar. I don't care about Mega Meganium. I had to say Mega twice, Mega Meganium. I don't want to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know what they were smoking. I don't know what Game Freak thought when they made the starter lineup. But all I know is I'm boxing my starter, and Mega Diggersby is carrying me throughout this game. Peace. I'm done. I'm out.